Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the season 1, episode 3 of the Get Better Together show. I'm your host, Prince. I'm going to let you in on a little secret today. Come close and listen very carefully. You are as happy as you choose to be. That's it. That's the secret. Only you decide how happy you want to be. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. You don't have control over them, but how you react to things is 100% within your control. And over a period of time, you can train your brain to react differently to different situations. What I'm saying is, in plain and simple words, that being happy is literally something you can learn and practice. Well, that's good news, isn't it? Because who in the world wouldn't want to be happy? But still, majority of people are not happy. The next few minutes, I'm going to spend talking about how being happy is a game of perspective. And if you're someone who keeps wondering how to be happy in life or how to change your perspective to always look at the bright side of things, then keep listening and stay with me. I was recently searching for who is the richest person in the world. And I found it's the Amazon guy. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. Now imagine you are Jeff, CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world and also the richest person. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and you are that person. Congratulations. Now you can buy whatever the fuck you want. Luxury cars, clothes, house. You can travel anywhere in the world. You can eat in the most expensive restaurants, and all of this without having to worry about money. Although I'm jealous, but will you be happy? No. How can you? You're the CEO of such a big company. Everything at Amazon is under you. And if anything happens, you are responsible. For any big fuck up at Amazon, it's your ass on the line. At every second, there is a chance of a mistake that can ruin your remaining life. So that's out of the bucket because it's too much responsibility and it's very difficult to be happy in those kinds of circumstances. Now imagine you're the hottest man or sexiest girl alive. You have millions of crushes in the whole world. Wow. You would want to be that person, wouldn't you? But will you be ultimately happy? No, because beauty is not something you can die with. It gets damaged with time and it might give you a sense of happiness temporarily, but in the long run, you won't be happy because you know in the end you will lose it. Plus, if you're that popular, you have to hide your face in public and can't even freely roam around. So that one's also busted. How about power? Now imagine you're the US president or something. Or maybe that North Korean guy, Kim Jong, whatever. Hell yeah, now you're the most powerful dictator in the world. You have no rules, no laws, and can literally do anything you want without anyone's permission. Will you now be happy? Let's assume that you will be happy in those kinds of circumstances. But what about your people? Will they be happy? Most countries have democratic governments, and that's what people like the most. And if they won't be happy, then deep down, you can't be happy either. I think Uncle Ben rightly said, with great power comes great responsibility. So again, it's all back to the whole responsibility thing where, how can one be happy with so much responsibility that power comes with? Now, I'm not going to take this, any further and make you imagine what if you were God. But here's the deal. Happiness doesn't come to you if you have all the great stuff, and it also doesn't go away from you if you have bad things happening to you. It's entirely a matter of how you look at things. I started the first episode of this season with a quote, which greatly resonates with what we're talking about here. When you change the way you look at things, things that you look at change. What a wonderful thought. To bring this thought to life, let me quickly share with you an instance from my personal life. A couple of days ago, my wife was running around in the house killing cockroaches. She's a bit of a hygiene freak and, can't stand the sight of mosquitoes, cockroach, or any such creatures in the house. So she asked me to go get a cockroach killing spray. I went to the supermarket and got a black Hit Spray bottle. In case you're wondering, it's not a sponsored episode by Hit Spray or something, but it got me thinking. I observed that there was a huge shelf at the supermarket with different kinds of cockroach sprays. And later I did a bit of Google search and discovered that there is a $1 million industry set up for these hit sprays, factories and distributors and whatnot. And if these tiny little creatures didn't come uninvited in everyone's house from tomorrow, thousands of people would lose their job. I told this to my wife and she was like, whatever. But do you see how looking at things from a different perspective changed the very thing you're looking at? Anyway, back to happiness. As I've previously said that I'm very passionate about self-improvement and I'm always learning new skills, stretching myself, and that makes me very happy. But I'm not doing that 100% of my time. There are days when I'll wake up late, scratch my ass, and go get some food from the fridge. And if there's nothing in the fridge, I'll just order it online and go back to bed. Although it's very rare, but that's kind of fuck the world sort of time for me. And I enjoy that too. So the crux of the story is stop looking for external stuff to be happy. It's never going to happen and you will die with a bunch of regrets. Instead, stop for a moment. Like literally stop now and shut the fucking brain which is racing like 1,000 miles a second all the time. And smile. And then slowly start thinking again. And only think of things that make you happy. Things that you're grateful for. Things that you have but million other people don't have. There. That is what I'm talking about. Poor, rich, lower middle class, upper middle class, doesn't matter. What matters is your perspective. So will you change it for every single aspect of your life? I will leave you with that thought and end this episode here. One of my main reasons of starting this podcast is that sometimes we're going through tough times in life or a problem of some kind, and you hear someone talking about the exact same thing, but from a different perspective, and it hits like the nail in the head, and you're like, that's exactly what I needed to hear today. I know what to do now. It has happened with me on a number of occasions and it leaves a tremendous momentary impact. And as you know, I'm literally crawling in the world of podcasting at the moment. So I would be grateful if you took the time to share this podcast with other people who might just need to hear this to make their day. Also, you can follow me on Spotify, subscribe to my podcast on Google Podcast, and review me on Apple Podcast. Anything you do will mean a lot to me. If you're listening to this on YouTube, then please subscribe to my channel. There is a whole lots of other content that I upload there. And if you haven't listened to my other episodes yet, then please go and binge listen to them. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Stay happy always.